Hello everyone, my name is Eva, I'm Nebula Psychic, and today I'm here with you to talk about November horoscope. Let's find out what the stars and the planets has in store for us this month. It's an exciting month as we have another Mercury retrograde, but that's why I'm here to prepare you for it so you can handle it the best and get the most positive outcome out of it. So I know it's a bit early because the Mercury retrograde starts at November 26th, but the pre-retrograde shadow begins on 7th November, so it's good to start preparing for it. Another big moment this month is that we have a huge, I would say, challenging aspect as we start the month with Mars opposing planet Pluto. That is happening on November 3rd. So the energies at the start of this month might feel a bit challenging, but do not worry, I will help you how to navigate it. Okay, let's start. We start with all the huge major influences that will happen this month. The first one is on November 1st, that is the new moon in Scorpio. I love when the moon comes in Scorpio because it's very emotional, very sensual, very powerful sign. And the new moon here will inspire every one of us to start the month very fresh, very courageous, like I don't care what happened, all of that is in the past, let's see what is in front of me. Then on November 2nd, we have Mercury entering Sagittarius. I love Mercury here because Sagittarius is very open-minded and very free, very communicative, very people-oriented. So Mercury in this position will enable us to talk with ease, to be very open, to be very friendly, and it will come with a busy social calendar for all of us. Next, on November 4th, we have the planet of action and energy, Mars, entering Leo. Leo is a very powerful, strong-willed sign. So Mars here as the planet of power, the planet of action, the planet of energy, it's a good position for all of us, and it will be highly stimulating and motivational for us to take action. Next, we have the planet of love, Venus, going into Capricorn. That is happening on November 11th, and she's coming from Sagittarius into Capricorn. So in the first 2 weeks of the month, you may be more open toward more fun partners, more easygoing partners, more prone to have adventure, one-night stand, something short-term. But when Venus goes into Capricorn, Capricorn is all about structure, organization, logic, practical, and long-lasting things. So we all will feel increased need to find more stable, more grounded partner, something that will be long-term and lasting. On November 15, we have Saturn going direct. It was in retrograde. And when it's in retrograde, the planet of lesson shows a very clear way to learn from our mistakes. But when it goes into direct, all the obstacles that we felt like we have to face, all the procrastination, all the delays are starting to decrease or are going away. So we are finally able to make progress. And this is happening on a very good day, as we also have on November 15th, the full moon in Taurus. And Taurus is very stable, grounded sign. And the full moon is all about completing something, like a full circle. So we'll finally say, like, this is it. I'm done with it. Take it behind me and ready to move forward, making progress as Saturn will open new doors for us and bring new opportunities. November 19, we have Pluto in Aquarius. So Pluto is like a generational planet. It's not a personal planet, but whenever it changes sign, and this is happening after 226 years, something around it. So when something like this happens, it's a huge breakthrough. And because Pluto is a lot about the technology, about the future, and also Aquarius is a sign about technology and about the future, I think that at this moment, the artificial intelligence, the robotic things, the rackets, and all of that happening around us will even go furthermore, and it will improve. So we will be witnesses of a new era when it comes to technology. So this is very exciting. And next we have November 21st, when the sun goes into Sagittarius. It announces their season, and these people are very happy, adventure, and open-minded. So we will feel a little bit of that energy as well. And we end the month with, as I said, preparing for another Mercury retrograde, and that is happening on November 26th. Okay, guys, are you ready now to see for each zodiac sign what all of this is? I start with Aries. Mercury is in your 9th house, so the pre-retrograde shadow period is happening here. So you may feel like your mental activity is a little bit lower. You may not feel so motivated to tackle all the tasks on your to-do list, but this is very good time to deal with everything going on in your planner, because the retrograde, when it starts, we know that it causes miscommunication and obstacles in this area. So deal with any lingering things that you have on your calendar before the retrograde. Mars opposing Pluto is happening in your fourth house, and as I said, this is a little bit intense transit. It's a hard aspect, so you want to feel like some power struggle in your home area with your family members, with your home. Maybe you are planning to renovate and things will not go your way. So try to still calm and wait for it, as it goes in Leo. And that is in your 5th house when Mars is in Leo. So we will finally take a deep breath and focus on fun, flirting, creativity, and all of that inspires you and helps you feel better. My advice for you this month is to be brave to embark on new projects and take the lead. Your positive mantra for this month is, I am ready to get out and the world to see me. Next is Taurus. Taurus, for you, I will start with the preparation with Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde, pre-retrograde shadow, as I say, because we still have till the end of the month when this will happen, but it's still good to be prepared. This is happening in your 8th house, and it's very good to deal with financial, like share investment, joint finances with your partner or family before the retrograde, because you don't want to deal with any problems or miscommunication in this area. Mars is opposing Pluto in your 3rd house, so at the start of this month is very important how you communicate, to mind your words, to choose careful what you say, and to try to keep your mind calm, or best, do not talk when you feel nervous or stressed. When it goes into Leo, that happens in your 4th house, and under this influence, you will feel like you want to deeper the bonds with your loved ones, expand your social circles, be with people you feel safe, be with people that you love. Venus also creates this influence for you, so you will feel a lot of lovely, happy energy from the people around you. My advice for you is to be very flexible and go with all the unexpected opportunities coming your way. The mantra that you are supposed to repeat this month that will help you manifest is, I have all the resources I need on my disposal, so I can do whatever I place my mind onto it. And you really do. You have everything at your disposal, so you just need to be flexible and do things your way. Next is Gemini, and as you know, guys, Mercury is your ruling planet, so every retrograde is very important for you. This pre-retrograde period shadow is happening in your 7th house, and then Mercury is retrograding in this house as well. So under the microscope come your relationships, your partners, and some of you will experience your ex coming back into your life. This happens a lot when it's Mercury is retrograding, and especially when it's retrograding in your 7th house. So it's a very crucial time to ask yourself, do I want my ex back into my life? If you don't, close that door and make sure it stays closed forever, because you don't want to go back and forth with your ex. Mars is opposing Pluto in your second house, so there will be power struggle and some issues with money at the start of the month. So try to be logical and practical with your money. And as it goes in the third house and into Leo, you will slowly feel increased energy finally, because I believe that a lot of Gemini, especially with Jupiter retrograding, felt like your energy went low. You didn't want to deal with people. You didn't want to deal with anything. So this is about to change. Your energy will go up. You will have a lot of chances to travel. Opportunities to travel will present to you, and you will feel much more active. My advice is to do a lot of self-reflection this month to make sure that your work life is in balance, so you can optimize the best level of yourself. And also, I will advise to repeat this mantra. I'm reinventing myself, because this month will create a lot of opportunities for you to become the best version of yourself. Next is Cancer. Mercury starts the retrograde in your sixth house. This is the house of your teeth, of your health, of your work. So you will do a lot of reflection in this area, which is good. And remember, all that needs to be adjusted or improved or changed is better to be done before the actual retrograde start, that is end of November. Mars in the first house is opposing Pluto, so you will feel like you're contradicting yourself, like maybe your mind will say one thing and your heart will say another thing. Try to listen to both sides so you can find the middle ground. And it goes in Leo. When it goes in Leo, that happens in your second house of money. So you will feel like you need to hustle a lot to make more money, and that is good. But what is my advice for this month is to focus on emotional release and healing yourself, because a lot of your personal dynamics will change throughout November. So it's a good time to reevaluate everything that is connected to your emotion and feelings. Your mantra for this month is I follow my heart. Next is Leo. Leo, Mercury retrograde is happening in your fifth house. And for you, this is easy retrograde. So take a deep breath, all will be good. But I think that will be a lot of flirting. And because it's a retrograde and it's in the house of flirt and love, maybe a lot of short-term relationships. But anyhow, I always say, even if it doesn't last long, you can always learn something from it. Mars in your 12th house is opposing Pluto, so you will feel like your dreams, your goals are shaken. So it will be natural, like, do I really want that for myself? Do I really want to aim in that direction? But do not worry if you want to adjust and change something. This is the ideal month to do it. And as Mars goes into Leo, into your sign that is in your first house, your confidence goes woof through the roof, and you feel very, very confident in yourself, and you will be ready to take action. This is a good time to focus on self-discovery and new beginnings and new romance. That's right, you heard me right. A new romance is in the stars for you this month. I'm opening my heart is your mantra, because that is exactly what you need to do. To open your heart, not only for love, but also for the people you care, like friends and family. Virgo, Mercury is retrograding in your fourth house, and this is also your ruling planet. So a lot of it will happen in your domestic area, in your family area, in your home. So try to stay calm if moving or buying new place or new house plans are not going your way. This is just temporary. It gives you the exact moment and time to rethink it, to see what you can do about it, and be flexible. That's the best way to go through a retrograde. Mars in your 11th house is doing the opposition with Pluto, so you may feel a power struggle with your friends. You may feel like some of your friendships are not working out, but hey, you're changing, people are changing. So it's okay if you break some old friendships so you can start new ones. As Mars goes into Leo, that happening in your 12th house, you will go deep into your goals and aspiration. making sure you are on track, going exactly in the direction you want to go. I would advise you to prioritize tasks, see what is important, because a lot of it will happening for you in November, so you will need to organize yourself better. You're already organized, but trust me, you want to be more organized through November so you can manage to handle everything in time. Your mantra will be, I'm willing to take the risk. Trust me, you need sometimes to take a risk if you want to win. And this is exactly the month when you want to do that. Next is Libra. For you, Mercury is happening in the third house. This is the mental activity house, the thinking, the communication, but it's also technology. So I know you're tired of listening about Mercury retrograde doing chaos with technology and communication, but for you, this retrograde is exactly that. So do backup, make sure to double check documents, mails, text, calls, everything you do when it comes to communication, personally and professionally. Mars is opposing Pluto in your 10th house, so here you might experience some work struggles, some power struggles with your boss or your co-workers, and even manipulation in this area. So be very careful who you trust in your work career area. As Mars goes into Leo, that is in your 11th house, you can take a breath as your social life is getting more busy and a lot of invitations for a party comes your way, so you will have fun and finally feel more at ease. I would say trust your intuition. That will be my advice for you this month, and try not to overlook your health. Try to make a balance. I know that you will be a lot of busy with work and at your free time with partying, but health is important. Your mantra for this month is, I deserve good things. And you do, Libra. You deserve good things for yourself. Next is Scorpio. Mercury retrograding starts in your 2nd house of money. So deal with everything in a financial way before the actual retrograde at the end of the month. Deal with financial issues because you don't want to experience any chaos or miscommunication or misunderstanding in this area, as it's very important for you. Power is important for you, and power comes from money. Mars is opposing Pluto in your 9th house, so this is your belief system. So you might reevaluate what you believe in, your values, your traditions, your personal compass, I would say. So also legal matters come into the picture. So if you have something that needs to be dealt in legal terms, try to be calm because it might not go your way, but this is only temporary. Again, Mars, when it goes into Leo, it is in your 10th house, and for you, it's time for action in your career area, new job, promotion, or maybe landing your dream job, but also your social status or how people see you, how people experience you. You want people to see you as powerful, as mighty, as respected, and that will be available to you with Mars in Leo in your 10th house. I will advise you to pursue your ambition this month and to also focus on maintaining balance between your personal and professional life, because a lot of it will happen in your professional life. So it's good to take a moment and think about the balance between personal and professional life. Your mantra for this month is, I'm rediscovering myself, because you will learn a lot of new things about yourself that are good, and you will find new ways to love yourself. Sagittarius, Mercury retrogrades in your 3rd house, so it changes how people see you and how you see yourself. This is excellent time for you to reinvent yourself, to become the version you want to be, to show the world how you see yourself and how you want them to see you. At the same time, Mars is opposing Pluto in your 8th house. So this has to do a lot with what you own, your personal belongings. So you may feel like someone is trying to take something from you, but I will advise you to take a moment and rethink if that is truly what's happening, because that might not be the case. It also is the house of your inner fears. So it's a good time to deal with your inner fears, with frustration, something traumatic experiences that are holding you back. And as Mars goes in Leo and in your ninth house, a lot of traveling opportunities will present for you, and you will be taking your power back. I would advise for you to be very careful not to exhaust yourself, because a lot of it will take your mental energy of what will going on in November. So I would advise yoga, meditation, sports, nature, so you will stay centered and calm, and you will relax and recharge yourself. And your mantra for this month is, I'm listening to my body and my mind because they know what is best for you. We go next with Capricorn. Mercury is happening at the retrograde, is starting in your 12th house. This is the house of dreams, aspiration. This is the house behind the scenes. So a lot of struggles will happen inside of you, and you will not want the people or the world to find out about them. So you will deal with it by yourself. So you maybe feel like you need to isolate a little bit. Try not to isolate too much, because it's good to have people around you that will help you find and discover yourself better. Mars is opposing Pluto in your 7th house. This is the house of relationships. So be careful if you want to manipulate your partner, or maybe your partner will try to manipulate you. So be careful who you give your heart to and your trust. Mars in Leo goes in the 8th house, so this is a good time to deal with financial issues, share joint finances, and do some investments for your future when it comes in your future in finances. I would advise you to seize opportunities to connect with influential people, as they can help you a lot to make progress and to reach that social status you want for yourself. Your mantra for this month is, I am enough. And that is a good mantra, because you will be self-aware of your worth, and you will know what you deserve to achieve in life. Aquarius, Mercury retrograde begins in your 11th house. This is the house of friendship. So you will rethink a lot about your friend, maybe go back to an old friend, maybe rekindle that friendship, maybe go back to your old circle of friends as you feel like you're missing something from your old life. So you will rediscover yourself in that way through your old or childhood friendships. Mars is opposing Pluto in your 6th house. This is the house of work, health, and routines. So you may feel like you're losing control, or someone else is trying to make your life, create your routines, so you rebel against that, because you're already rebel when it comes to someone telling you how to live your life. But try to not be over dramatic, and if it's a close person, someone that you trust and love, listen to them, see what their reasons are. Maybe that will help you to see what is in need of change in your life. Mars in Leo will happen in your 7th house. That is the house of love. So if you're single, this will be like ideal time to ask for the first date, the person you like, or take your relationship to the next level, because Mars in Leo will give you all the confidence you need to take action in this area. I would advise you to have clear communication and share some goals with your partner in your relationship, and that will help you feel closer to them. Your mantra for this month is embracing the changes, because these changes will open new doors for me. And the last zodiac sign, Pisces, for you, Mercury retrograde starts in the 10th house. So everything that has to do with work, deal with it before the retrograde, because you definitely do not want to experience miscommunication, misunderstanding, delays, and so that sort of chaos that Mercury retrograde can bring in your house of work. Also, you may feel like you want to rethink your career, make sure you're on the right track. And I would say before the retrograde, it's ideal time to do adjustment in your professional area. Mars in your 5th house opposing Pluto might create tension with your partner or the person you like. You may feel like they want to control you and you don't want that, but make sure that that is really true and not your illusion, over dramatic ways, because sometimes you can be over dramatic in how you handle love matters. And you may feel a little bit guilty for having fun, which is wrong, Pisces. You deserve to have fun. So do not let your conscience to make you feel guilty for relaxing and recharging. That is important. You will be happy and your work will progress only if you recharge and have fun. Mars in Leo happens in your 6th house, so it's a good time to go back to your routines, get control over your life, and get back on track. Your mantra for this month is I'm starting my new best life. And this is exactly what will happen, especially with Mars in Leo in your 6th house. You will change your routines or go back to your healthy routines, and you will start finally a new, better life for yourself. Okay, that's it for all the zodiac signs on what will November bring for us when it comes to astrology. And now let's remind ourselves what is the general overview of the month, what is important to remember. We have the pre-retrograde shadow period of Mercury starting on November 7th. So here we can already start to feel that vibes coming from Mercury retrograde, delays, obstacles, miscommunication, misunderstanding. So choose your words wisely and be careful. The actual retrograde starts on November 26th. On November 3rd, Mars is opposing Pluto, so this is an intense period, the start of the month, but it will pass, it's just temporary. Then we have the new moon in Scorpio. November 1st is excellent time to start fresh. And Mars entering Leo on November 4th, when we'll feel energy, motivation, inspiration. Venus into Capricorn on November 11th, serious love relationships, serious partnerships, long-lasting connection. And finally, the full moon in Taurus on November 15th. Well, we will complete what we have started and we'll finally see where we are headed. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed in this video, and I would be very happy if you share with me in the comments if you agree with things that I shared with you or what are your expectations for November. Subscribe to the channel as we have many more videos interesting like this and monthly horoscope for you. And also, if you want to contact me or my colleagues on Nebula, you can do that by the link below or in bio. Thank you for your time, thank you for support, and see you in our next video. Bye!